Alrighty.
What's going on, guys? My name is Plays, and welcome to a different type of live stream. So, before I basically press the unmute button for the others to be heard, we're just gonna wait on Forgotten to be prepared and set up, and we're also waiting for people to get into the stream as well, because we'll ask you guys some questions on that later. But let's just let me just state that this is the first to many podcast videos we'll do. I'll probably design an overlay and stuff like that in the near future, but for the time being, we're just going to keep it with the lovely Eevee background I have on because of my mascot and my webcam at the moment, so yeah, just stick with that one for a while. Awesome.
Alrighty, Hunter. Can you hear me?
I unmuted you, friend.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing epically. Hello, everybody. I know Hunter already did his intro, but I'm doing it for my stream. I'm dropping tons of frames, but I don't care because it's just literally a still image, so it's not like any frames are really being dropped. It's our first episode of the actual Nintendo's podcast. We originally were gonna do this like 8 months ago with Goodnight. Then he bailed on us, so and Hunter decided yeah, he was like, oh, I'm not doing it. He's like, oh, I'm going to get someone to draw the art. Never got someone to do it, and then he gave up. But me and Hunter kept it alive, and we added Rocket to it, and he's unfortunately not able to be here today, but we do have...
We do have Darkness.
Darkness, yeah. He was expecting him to... We're not very coordinated right now. We're in a little bit of a rush because we don't have the most time in the world, but yeah. So...
So, do you want to get into topic 1?
Yeah. So, as you all probably already know by now, by me spam pinging everybody, we have a direct tomorrow for Pokemon.
Which is surprising.
Not really.
We knew it was happening. Someone leaked it like a week ago.
They didn't leak what was in the direct, but we're not going to talk about leaks because not everyone likes to hear about leaks. What we are going to do, though, is talk about what we want or expecting to see in the Gen 8 thing. So, yeah. Assuming it's Gen 8, it's very likely, judging the fact that they emphasized every region. They've emphasized every region multiple times, and it would just seem like, yeah, this is the perfect time to do a new region. Like, why would they re-air every single episode? It's not like this is the 20th year or the 25th year. This is like the 22nd year-ish, I think. Maybe a little longer. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry.
I think it's the 23rd
But yeah.
year.
Oh, maybe 23rd.
It's red, blue, and yellow.
Alright, well, that's sort of thing. Let's actually start with the... Okay, let's actually have a proper podcast here. So, Gen 8, we're going to start off very, very far back. And what region would you like it to be based? What would you... This is why I wished it wasn't live, so I could have strokes and edit them out. What region of the world do you want it to be based off of, and why? I'm going to start off, because I'm already talking. I would love for this region to be based off of Italy. I think this, Italy's got a great culture, and it could really give a unique sense of playing when you go through the game. Just like Talos had its own unique sense, because it had the French culture. And that was really emphasized with the cutscenes, and just the structure of the towns. I mean, hell, even one of the gyms was the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Hunter, Darkness, you guys want to pitch in?
To be honest, any area would be good for a region, but I can't think of a specific one.
Oh, well, I thought you could... Hunter, you would, like, okay, you wanted England, so, like... Alright.
Yeah, I wanted England because the amount of rumors and leaks are happening, but I'm not fussed with what region ends up coming.
Oh. Well, Italy, in my opinion, would be an amazing one. So I guess since you don't have the specific regions in mind, what type of legendaries would you like to see? Like, is there a certain animal you want it to be based off of?
I want an actual dragon.
Hunter wants a dragon legendary.
Because we have all these dragon types, but they don't look like dragon. Dragonite looks like dragon, but other than that, nothing else looks like dragon. But he doesn't look like a dragon.
Yeah.
He looks more like.
Giratina, same thing. Doesn't look like a dragon. He looks like a dinosaur.
That's what I mean. They mostly look like dinosaurs. They don't look like dragons.
So yeah, that is actually a good point. The only one I could really think of, like country-wise, would probably be Japan, as they had very big dragons in their culture. So they go with an actual Japan-based one, not one with Japanese influence like Sinnoh had, like a flat-out all Japanese style game, you know, with like Tokyo and stuff as their main city. Then a dragon would probably be a really cool legendary. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be that guy, but if it's based off of Italy, they would have to do a legendary being a pig.
Bro,
Because
I'm sorry for anyone who plays Pokemon Go. I'm not doing this event tomorrow.
what event? Oh, whatever. That's not part. Something that we can all agree on, though, is we want new shiny hunting methods. Hunter's like going his own thing right now. We're supposed to be doing the podcast here, Hunter. I'm Flame and Hunter on the first episode. This is, dear.
One sec.
What do you mean once? Okay, he rejoined. Hello? This is why I wish it wasn't live. Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter. What's he doing? Well, I guess in the meantime, I guess we could start discussing the shiny hunting method, since Hunter's probably gonna pitch in with something like.
Don't get me wrong, I like Let's Go's mechanic with the catch combo, but it was too easy to play.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, running away. There you go. We were just discussing how catch combo is. We're discussing shiny hunting methods.
Yeah. What's up?
Breaking
Shiny?
is so annoying. I guess it kind of makes sense. You can't really catch anything else to keep the combo going. That makes sense. But the Pokemon can flee at random, which
And
is
they're
really
random.
annoying considering.
Shiny is random. 'Cause you're not
All
always
shinies are
getting the
random.
one you want.
No, that's not what we're talking about though. But cuz like most shiny hunts can be random, like the runaway on top of the bad throwing mechanics. Yeah, there's no set time. It's not like after 4 Pokeballs, you know?
What's it forgotten? Their secondary, like apparently their run animation. Yeah, it's not guaranteed that they're gonna run.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's just like some of
could
those.
they could do their animation, but at the same time they could not do their animation. And as soon as you throw a Pokeball, they could just run. They could run within the first 30 seconds.
I've seen people.
Yeah.
I've seen people fail shinies within the first 10 seconds.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
it doesn't matter
that's
about their
a
animation.
huge issue.
People relying too much on their animation.
On top of the fact that they did not fix the gyroscope, whatever you call it, they didn't fix it. It's hard to fix, and they didn't develop it correctly. I mean, hell, there was multiple streamers when they first played the game who threw like 30 Pokeballs, and they didn't go anywhere where they were aiming them.
The mechanics
So-
is just busted.
I think Catch Combo needs to go. It is like the worst version of SOS and Pokerade combined. Where your chain can break because of something else, and you have to be careful. As well as the fact that since they're overworld, they can easily be shiny and you not see, because they go off screen.
Yeah.
I think that...
Alright, can I just point this out, Forgotten?
What?
When I got my random shiny Caterpie, when I was hunting Pikachu and Raichu the other week,
That one I was.
yeah, it's when you were with me, Darkness. Remember when I told you that Caterpie was not shining, like sparkling?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't sparkle. Not all shiny sparkle.
No.
They just sit there. They don't sparkle nothing. They just sit there. The mechanic is broken. Like with
Yeah,
shinies.
catch
Apparently
combo-
they've been
well,
claiming
that's
that
different.
All the shinies were supposed to sparkle. They don't. Some of them don't.
Well, we're getting more into glitches opposed to what we're aiming for in future shiny
I don't
hunts,
think
so
it's
let's
glitch,
kind of...
it's purpose.
Anyways,
Personally, I want to
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot we're talking about it, and chain fishing would be.
Me and Hunter both said. Hunter said this, I think. Hunter said it. If it's a water-based region, chain fishing has to come back. It
Yeah,
is,
it has
you
to
know,
come
like
back.
now when I say
Chain
water-based
fishing
region,
has to come back.
when I say water-based region, I mean not like a region like Kanto where it's not surrounded by water on all sides. I mean like something like Alola. Alola should have really been more fish-friendly because
Alola
you have
should
4
have
islands.
come back.
4 islands with different
Yeah.
And
structures.
you can't travel.
There should have
The
been,
only
you know,
way you were able to travel was the Mantine.
and
Or
flying.
Mantine.
Mantine surfing or Charizard. And I guess that's a kind of a missed opportunity. I mean, I guess, yeah, it wouldn't make the most sense to be sailing across since the islands are clearly farly separated. But nonetheless,
But you had
it
Sharpie
shouldn't
going
be
on.
that. Yeah, like, Sharpedo would have been a great way to, like, make like, a narrow passageway between islands, even if it wasn't the full thing. But, why are we talking about that? Anyways, shiny hunting methods, chain fishing, that's where we were. I would love to see chain fishing coming back myself. It's one of those, like, classic ones that it's a great way to start it off, you know, find an easy shiny to play through with, and yeah. I definitely missed it between Let's Go.
What about something like
Oh.
Friend Safari or
Yeah, that was literally what I was about to say. No, wait.
We're talking
Friend
about
Safari, last night me and Hunter were discussing, if there was one hunt I could pick to come back of any hunt, it would be Friend Safari. It is literally the
I
most
said Friend
perfect...
Safari.
No, you didn't say Friend Safari. I said Friend Safari. You said, like,
Well, I
you said chain fishing.
and Friend Safari.
But yeah, I would love to see Friend Safari again. It is one of the best mechanics, and since there's friend codes on the Switch, it wouldn't be impossible.
The shiny charm will not affect. It's 1 in 512 odds, and the best
Yeah.
part to it is that you can add your friend's codes to find out, like, just to see what Pokemon
Well,
they are.
I think the best part is, this is the best way to hunt certain Pokemon. Like, some Pokemon are just, the only way to hunt them is random encounters. Like, flat out. This gives you a chance to not have to go to, like, Gen 2 to hunt something at full odds if you want to get shiny. You know what I mean? Friend Safari is a great way to not only have a lot of Pokemon return, but not force it in like having 17 Pokemon encounterable in a route. You just have it in one separate area. Nonetheless, this is going to sound weird, but I still would like a normal Safari Zone to come back that we could shiny hunt in as well. Like, yeah, it's
I love
annoying,
normal Safari Zone.
but I want both. There should be, like, Friend Safari and Safari Zone in the same area. Or maybe Friend Safari is more
should be
post-game.
post-game,
Yeah, it should be post-game.
and
Like,
then
maybe it's
normal
under
Safari
construction.
should be in-game.
Because those are both ways that people have shiny hunted in the past, and they're really good. Like, Safari Zone has always been, like, a classic. And the fact that we haven't had it, it's upsetting. We lost it in Let's Go, and we didn't have it in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And
had
we
it
didn't have a
Overodds,
normal...
but it was free.
Yeah, and we didn't have a normal Safari in X. We had the Friend Safari.
Yeah, the last Safari we had was back in the Diamond Pearl.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Black and White had a Safari, they had the railway system.
Now, what I'm about to say is a little... We need a way... We need something similar. It's just kind of with shiny hunts. We need a way that's basically like how they did it in Oras, where you can find all these legendaries. But they need to make it for mythicals. That way we can shiny hunt them. Because almost every
Yeah.
single mythical has been shiny locked unless it's been an event. Every mythical is not obtainable. And some of them are just not obtainable in general. Celebi is like the only one except for Meltan. Celebi is the only one where you can get in a main series game that can be shiny,
And Meltan
all the other ones
and
are
Meltan
shiny
were
locked.
global.
which is not main series. That is the only main series one you can get, and that's a huge issue. Whether or not we can shiny hunt them is our own thing. If they're 1 in 4,096, that's different. But they need to be, and they must bring them back in general. Because, literally, if you miss the events, you can, like, pretty much never get them. Which is, like, I get it, yeah, they're supposed to be special. But, like, make it 1 per game. Don't make it like you can find 78 of them, you know? Just like you did with legendaries.
Yeah, and with
But,
the Ultra
yeah.
Beast, they did that with the Ultra Beast. They didn't do
Oh,
it that you
shoot.
can only find one at a time, you can constantly hunt them.
Continue to talk, I'll be right back.
Alright.
I remember first bought Pokemon Y. The minute
Yeah.
The minute I got in there and I started in the friends card, my first shiny ever got was a shiny.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna be longer than I thought. I'm sorry.
Alright. What do I want to talk about? There was something I wanted to talk about. Let me add on to Forgotten's thing about the mythicals. So, ever since Gen 2, we couldn't hunt any of the mythicals. So, I'm talking about Celebi, Jirachi, Deoxys.
Well, Deoxys you could hunt when it was only like what, Emerald?
Ruby, yeah, Emerald. No, Fire Red Leaf Green. Can't hunt in Emerald.
Right.
And you couldn't hunt Jirachi because you needed the special code and it weren't released in the US and UK. It was only released in Japan. Same with the Celebi event. And we recently got Celebi when Ultra Sun and Moon came out. We were able to hunt when Crystal came back out for Virtual Console. We were able to hunt it as soon as you beat the Elite Four and Champion. But the ones that you can't hunt now is Mew, Jirachi, Deoxys, Shaman, Darkrai, Victini, Gen 6, what mythical, Meloetta from Gen 5, Gen 6, Volcanion, because it's not legend, it's mythical, Hooper, yeah, Shiny Hooper sucks anyway, so I wouldn't want to hunt it unless they changed it. There's also another one. What's that other one called? Zygarde. You could never hunt Zygarde as a legendary, so they need to release that.
It was only
Event. And that was June last year. There's another. What's the one with the Volcanion moving? Diancie.
That's it.
Can't get Diancie, and then Gen 7 has Zeraora, Meltan, Melmetal. Melmetal you could only get in Go, and you could only evolve Meltan in Go. Zeraora is in Gen 7, and there was also another mythical, Necrozma you can't hunt as the legendary. So you can't get Dustmane Necrozma, or, yeah, so you can't get Dustmane, or, like, you can't get any of the legendaries. So they need to fight. If they're gonna do how Ultra Sun and Moon done it, have maybe the games have the virtual differences with legendaries like Yveltal and Xerneas in both games, but also mix and match the mythicals. Maybe have Mew in one of the games, have Celebi in another game, or do it this way: one game has Gen 1 to 4 mythicals, and then the other one's got Gen 5 to Gen 7 mythicals. You don't have to release the Gen 8 mythicals. Maybe put Meltan in there, because it's technically a Gen 7/Gen 8 mon. But other than that, they need to start releasing the box legendaries as shiny. I think that's what they need to do. Changing it, Mr. Stark adopted so good, changing it to the darts, GG, perfect, 600 subs, oh wait, I'm dust, oh. What else? Let me see if I've got anything in my notebook about this direct tomorrow, because I've been writing some theories down. Alright, that's to do with YouTube series I'm doing, like Renegade Platinum and stuff like that. I haven't even thought about this.
I bought a copy of Platinum.
You brought a copy of Platinum?
Yeah.
Dude, you should try Renegade Platinum. It's fucking difficult as shit.
Well, what's it? I bought it from pawn shop.
Yeah.
$30. I'm expecting to have like a save call on it.
Did it not?
There was no save call.
Huh, weird. Oh, actually, yeah, let's talk about this since Forgotten's gone. For people who are a big fan of Eevee, like I am, Eevee is my mascot for anyone who wanted to know. And Eevee will stay my mascot throughout the generations. I don't care what people think, Lycanroc will never replace it, Pikachu will never replace it, Eevee will just stay how it is, because I have a bunch of Eevee merchandise and stuff like that, and I've just never took a notice that Eevee has always been either on my team whenever I played a game, or stuff like that. So I was thinking, in anyone's cases, what new typing would you like to see in the game? You can let me know in the chat now, and I'll talk about that in a second. Me and Darkness could have some theories on a new typing. And what new evolution would you like to see out of the typings we currently have not got for any of the evolutions? So for me, the evolution typing I would either like to see a flying evolution or a dragon evolution. Out of those two types, I would love to see, because Ghost doesn't really feel for me. Apparently, Umbreon was supposed to be a poison type.
What about a steel type? How do you feel about steel?
Well, we got Fairy, ain't we?
Yeah.
Well, still be a good type, because you could have a Sylveon versus the Steel type version. And then the Steel type's got a bigger chance of winning because it's effective, super effective against Fairy. But other than that, the main typings I'm looking for with Eevee is either Dragon, Flying, or Ghost. Mainly those three typings.
I would actually like to see a flying.
But with the evolutions out the way, because I have some good designs for a flying type evolution that I could probably put up on screen in the next podcast, because we'll talk more about the Eevees around then, because I'll have more chance of talking about it. Because I actually have a top, in my notebook, I have currently written down for possible series, top 10 possible Mega Evolutions for Gen 8. Top 5 what I don't want to see for Gen 8. So I've got a lot of stuff for Gen 8.
My apologies for being
top
on
10
for so
Mega
long.
Evolutions.
What have I missed in this stream?
And then evolution typing.
Well, you missed evolution talk.
Yeah, if you want to talk about what you would like to see for an evolution type.
Oh yeah, you went on to evolutions. Awesome.
Yeah. Currently,
evolution.
I want to see either Ghost, Dragon, or Flying type evolution.
I said steel.
Ooh. I would think steel. I want something that's cute. I want something that's cute and cool at the same time. I think steel would be really cool.
Well, the evolutions are bound to be cute, but with a Dragon or Flying type would be mental.
Yeah, I feel like a flying type or a steel type would be really, really cool. I feel like a steel type is just one of those things, like Eevee becoming like maybe Eevee wearing more like an armor-ish type thing, where its body isn't made out of steel, but like let's just say its claws are completely made out of steel and its teeth are made out of steel.
Yeah,
And,
like a Wolverine type thing.
yeah, more of like a Wolverine type. Exactly what I'm aiming for there.
Yeah.
A flying type might not fit as well since they usually don't gain many aspects. The only Pokemon that only on the evolutions I can think really gains an aspect is Vaporeon's tail becomes more like a whale's tail. Like all the other ones kind of keep with the same type of.
I think that's what Vaporeon is supposed to be, a mermaid.
But yeah, so what have you discussed? Like.
So we were just about to move on, like before you got back, we were just about to move on about new typings that might be relevant for Gen 8.
We were gonna put that in the miscellaneous section at the end. We still have two, but that's like only a little way. We have new game mechanics / game structure. To put it briefly, like stuff like open world, you know,
Open world
like
Pokemon.
No.
Yeah, we don't want Pokemon to be in the overworld. It ruins shiny
Because
hunting in
the
a
thing-
sense.
It ruins shiny hunting. Let's Go had a really bad lag connection with it, especially in Viridian Forest. If you had laws and stuff, way too many Weedles, and that would end up spawning if you had a catch combo, and it would just bug out the game.
I know. I walked past a couple of trainers, and it would instant bug out.
Yeah, it just slow down. It just bugged.
Yeah.
it would just go slow and be bodied.
But yeah. New mechanics. Stuff like, Mantine Surf. I want to see stuff like that return. Like small, like little fun mini
wanna
games to be doing.
What would you guys say about Ride Pokemon or what we had in Let's Go? Like Ride in the
Gone.
Pokemon and stuff.
I don't think, if you mean ride Pokemon like, like how we had in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, then no.
Yeah.
I would love for Pokemon to keep following us. I feel like having one Pokemon that follows you is something that really makes the games more special. And in Ultra Sun,
I think
and
that's what we should have in all generations from now on.
In Ultra Sun, right before you challenge the Elite Four, if you still have your starter that you picked, you still have your starter, it will pop out of its Pokeball. And oh my god, that was such a touching scene. It was. But it was such a touching thing. As it came out of the Pokeball and it was like, Primarina gave you a glance of, it's ready to do this or something, It was such a touching thing that it actually made me kind of, like, sad that this was ending, It's like, wow, it's really over. Like, this is it. And I feel like that's one huge thing that we need to have, that Pokemon that follow you or around you, they just need to come back, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Before you came back, me and Darkness were talking about what they should do with like Ultra Sun and Moon, where they had the wormhole for legendaries. What they should do is unlock the mythicals.
That's literally what I was saying before I left.
Yeah, we were talking about like what mythicals they could add, like all the way from Mew all the way to Meltan and Melmetal.
Legends. Do we want any of the old legendary
Zygarde.
What do you mean old
Zygarde
legends
need
back?
to be unlocked.
What do you mean for them to be back?
Like be relevant to the story.
Like in Let's Go, we only had
No, I think Gen 8 should be new. I feel like Gen 7 was riding too hard on like some parts of Gen 6, because Gen 6 was a really masterful game. But I think they should just say,
actually, one thing
out
I
with
don't
it.
want coming back is Z-moves.
Yeah, Z-moves can be
It was
gone.
a horrible idea. They should have just kept the Mega.
Yeah, it is really, like, it's pretty much an Oko move if it's super effective. If it's not, then it's useless. And you can only have a Mega or the thing on the Pokemon. You can't have both. Like, it's trash.
Yeah, Mega just made it a bit more fun as well because it was a new design. Some of the Megas had different typings, like Charizard X was Fire Dragon. And it just made some of the Pokemon a bit more powerful, and you could use them for competitive play.
Yeah.
It just made them stand out, made them look cool. It also gave them a new, it gave the Megas new shiny sprite. So it made people go for shiny Megas as well. And they were and the Mega Evolution was relevant to the story in both Generation 6 X and Y and Generation 6 Auras. It made it relevant to the story.
I feel like that's a really good part of the game. Like I also think there should be one unique thing about it. Like Black and White didn't really have anything that was like unique. I mean, yeah, the second one had that fusion. They had the fusion, but like that wasn't something big, something unique that was new. But X had it, and and Y had, not Y. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon had it. I don't think it should be something massive. Like, I don't think it should be massive. Like, Mega Evolution is massive. Like, that's not a small thing. But I think Gen 8 should have a small, unique thing. Something that isn't going to destroy competitive play. Like, Mega's changed everything in competitive. Like, it changed like, obviously the Megas started to be in different categories and so on and so forth. I think we should have something that's a little bit smaller. Like, maybe, like, I don't know. I can't really think of anything, but maybe there's something that you could do that would be a cool little feature.
Well, once we find out a bit more tomorrow, we can maybe plan another podcast for a later time.
Yeah, we can have another
Just to
podcast
kind
planned
of figure
to
out
discuss.
what to do and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Next up is the game engine / Pokemon models, which we already talked about.
So we know we're getting a new engine, and it's known to be,
Yeah.
as we're calling it the Generation 8 engine.
I don't know what you mean, Trap. I know I'm live. Can you not hear me? I'm a little confused.
I got it.
Yeah, what?
Oh, I got a message from Jane. Hold on. I'm going on a cruise. Wait, what? Ooh, he's going on a cruise in 5 days. Neat. Sick.
Trap, what do you mean?
So, as I was saying, with this new engine coming,
Thank you.
there's a lot of new things going to be added. Like maybe like what we see in Let's Go, we will be seeing much more HD quality. Like the trainers and that won't be as like kid and squashed down like they were in Let's Go. They'd be a bit more. Like, the trainers would be a bit more taller, like life sized and stuff like that. Same with the Pokemon. And we don't think there's going to be Pokemon walking with us with the mechanic, but we know there's going to be...
I want that. I want Pokemon. It is... I just want
nothing
one.
Like Pokemon following us. I mean Pokemon... what's it called? You know, like wild sprites, like being in the wild, open world. I don't think that will happen.
Like Overworld. Yeah, no, I don't really care. But yeah, since we don't have much more time, there's 2 more sections. There's viewer thoughts and a few miscellaneous things. And, yeah. So, yeah. Type in what you guys think, and while you're doing that, me, Hunter, and Darkness will discuss another topic. Some smaller topics. Hunter wanted to talk about the Pokédex. Okay then, well, he's not talking about the Pokédex, so I guess you wanted to talk about the Pokédex. You said you wanted it to be structured like no Pokemon.
Oh yeah, the way I want it to be, asshole, you had McDonald's, says my brother. Oh, you prick. I don't care. I don't care if I had McDonald's, I had money.
Anyways,
I just looked at the chat, it's like, asshole, you had McDonald's. Let me continue with this. So, what I want to see for Generation 8, when it's announced tomorrow for the Direct at 2 o'clock, I want them to confirm a new Pokédex. I don't want to see what they did with Ultra Sun and Moon, where they merged Pokemon from other generations to the game. I want to see a fresh new Dex from, what Dex number is Meltdown?
102. No, 802, I'm sorry. It's like 808, 802-ish. I didn't have sound on. Yeah, if you don't have sound on, you might not be able to hear my stream, Trap.
So, Meltan is Dex number 808. I want to see a Dex number 809 to 909. I want to see 100 new Pokemon. At least 100 new Pokemon. Maybe a couple new ones. Like, maybe a couple more new ones. But I want to see what they did with Generation 4 when they just had Gen 4 Pokemon. Yes, they had the odd Togepi, Pikachu, Raichu thing going on. But I just want to see a clean Pokedex. No national dex to get this charm. I want to see a Pokedex, just like Ultra Sun and Moon, how they had 300 Pokemon you had to catch.
Yeah.
Have it so there's maybe 1 to 200 Gen 8 Pokemon you have to get the charm.
Trav,
I don't want to see no other Pokemon being integrated into the game.
Yeah, just gonna point this out. Because
Taylor, there's not gonna be an all generation thing. All they're doing is a Gen 8 thing. It's not gonna be open world. It's not gonna be like having generations in it.
That would be way too much. That's like
Pokemon can't do it. The Switch will not handle Kanto to this gen. It will not handle it.
I think it's just too much for a Pokemon game. They'd have to like descale down everything. But anyways,
Two
not
regions,
important.
Just like they did with Kanto and Johto. But
Anyways, the Direct's at a really weird time for most people in the U.S. and parts of the more
it's 2
Western.
PM in the UK, so most people will still be at school.
Yeah. The best way to avoid spoilers is if you have a phone, do not go on Twitter, do not go on
You see
YouTube.
how large Zelda is.
Just flat out don't use your phone if it involves other people. But yeah, Hunter, we're still not done discussing. Please don't read the chat yet.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Another thing that we wanted to talk about was the starters. Any in particular animal you want them to be based off of, or dual types that you want to see?
Dual typing, I want to see a water ice type.
Mm.
At least a water ice type. I don't want them to do the traditional grass, fire, water, which they will do, but I don't want to see it. I want to see new typings being the starters. Maybe like a dark type, psychic type, or even a bug as our first starter.
I would love to see like a fire bug as our starter. That would be a really unique starter
fire
that
bug
I don't.
would be nice. I don't think we
You
even
know,
had that.
because
before.
like usually when they make the starters, they make some weird triangle. Like for example, in Gen 4, the starter was water, steel, fire, fighting, and grass, ground. Fire is good against grass,
Fire
but
ice
ground.
would be bad.
Actually, wait, no. Ground isn't super effective against fighting. I don't know what I'm. Ignore me. Ignore me.
What's it?
Was it?
Fire, ice,
It was Gen
and
6.
water
No, Gen
would be
6.
nice.
My bad. Gen 6. Water, dark, fire, psychic, grass, fighting. Basically, they had a huge advantage over their opposite. They had two different type advantages. Ooh. But yeah, I feel like a fire bug, fire poison. Like, I want to see more uniqueness with the fire types, just because we haven't seen almost anything, and especially with the grass types as well. Most of the time, they're just grass, poison, or just grass. I want them to have a really unique secondary typing, something that they haven't really done. Like a water fairy would be that's pre-marina. A grass fairy is a starter that could be a good one. A fire fairy would be a good one. You know, like types they haven't used for starters yet.
Yeah, because they've done fire, dark with Incineroar.
Ground beat steel. I know that.
They've already done fire, water with.
No. I'm not saying like I'm not saying like they have to be unique entirely. I'm just saying like for starters wise. Like I don't want to see any firefightings. Like I don't want to see a water steel. I don't want to see a grass fighting. Well maybe a water fighting. We don't have a water fighting. Samurot's not water fighting.
No,
I said starter.
Starter,
Hunter,
yeah.
I said it like 6 times. Open your ears, child. Anyways. But yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to... Anyone else have anything they want to say before we start reading the comments?
Not much, no.
No? What about you, Black? Type tripling. Oh my god, that would ruin Pokemon. If Pokemon could be 3 types.
Well, the thing is that make the game too much because the strategies would be down.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know the strategies. If
Open
we
your
had
ears,
typing.
child. I honestly have to be like a dad to Hunter sometimes. Like, no joke. He acts like a 4-year-old at times. Hunter stays silent. He knows it's true. He knows it's true. When Rocket isn't around... I'm the older brother, obviously. I'm the older brother, obviously, because I am the one who's more mature than Hunter. He's the dumb older brother. Yeah, I'm the younger brother who has to be like, I'm sorry, my older brother's got the IQ of 2. Anyways, let's read an IQ of 2.
Alright,
Let's read what the chat says. Let me read what Trap. Wait, Trap wrote something. It's short. He wants a water, psychic, fire, poison, and bug, grass. That's pretty good. There's that. Is poison super effective against bug? Because it should be, but I don't know if it is. Because I think it's poison super effective
Yeah,
against grass.
Yeah, poison's good on grass, it ain't good on bug.
You're the dad of my boyfriend, and you're 3 days older than me. Holy shit. Do. I don't know. Alright. Sorry. This is why we can't do these things live.
Taylor was saying Gen 8 better have all the regions, the Switch can handle it, and then I was explaining that the Switch can't because it's programming and its engine ain't built on it. Like, yes, the Legend of Zelda
issue
has
is...
that, but that's, if Pokemon did that, then you'd have to have all the Pokemon in the overworld.
Believe it or not, the Legend of Zelda map is smaller than the Pokemon regions. You might not believe that.
Yeah.
But consider all of the things that are there. Breath of the Wild, the only thing that takes you out are the divine beasts and entering shrines. Those are the only things that aren't connected to the main world. Entering buildings is a huge aspect of the Pokemon. So they'd have to be making hundreds of exit points. Granted, I know Breath of the Wild made over 100, yeah, that's the shrines. But Pokemon would have to do way more than that. I don't think the Switch can handle it. The thing is, like,
They would have to wait till the newer console.
You have so many different things. You've got 7 regions, alright? One of those regions is split into 4. Granted, yes, oh my. I hate
It always
my...
happens. No matter what, it always happens. Let me talk about some stuff Taylor wanted. He wants to see an ice fire type star or a water ghost type star.
Okay, those are actually really good ideas. Ice fire, that's like
water
a...
ghost and ice fire.
Those would be epic starters. Do we even have a water
Ooh,
ghost?
the ice will block out the water for fire.
But do we have a ghost water type? Oh yeah, no.
No,
we don't.
I don't think we do.
I think we do.
Yeah, we do.
Actually, but it's just like no, we do. But it's like one of those like really random mons that no one knows about.
Oh yeah, the anchor one.
No, the anchor's grass.
No, it's ghost. It's ghost water.
No, it's not, Hunter. It's grass. It's Frillish, which is water ghost. Hunter, first of all, you were completely... Frillish and its evolution, like I said, Pokemon that really no one knows. And that anchor Pokemon is grass ghost.
Oh, it's
which
grass.
doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
It's grass
because it lives
ghost.
in water.
I know. The only thing that makes sense is it's seaweed, but like it's not green at any point. It's blue and then red when it's shiny. Like
Shinies.
doo-doo. But yeah, Jellison. Thank you, Trap. Oh, this is something I didn't bring up, but they need to fix shiny. Like Gen 7 shinies were absolute shit. Like I don't care if you're like, no, I thought they were no. Like there's only like 2 Pokemon with actually good shinies. One of them is not even able to be shiny hunted. That's Lunala. You cannot shiny hunt that. Alright?
Oh, yeah,
It's got one of the best shinies.
Cool shiny.
And almost every single one of them, they just changed one part of its palette. Usually they change the entire palette. That's how they usually did it. But this game, they decided to change one color, which was a terrible idea, since the entire point of a shiny is it's supposed to look different. Like, if, for example, Pikachu's only one color, so it makes some sense that its base color changes. A lot of Pokemon's base colors didn't really change. It was just the colors around them, which didn't look nice. I really hope they put more detail into making shinies. Like, seriously. Like, you can't say, like, oh, wow, every shiny was good. Like, some of them, like Fomantis, yeah, they are what I expect a shiny to be. A complete color swap with the palette. But other ones are like, are you joking? That's it? You know? But, yeah. How long have we been going for? We've gone for about an hour. You say that's enough for today's stream? Our first episode?
Well, we could ask if there's anything else that the chat wants to say. So, yeah,
I'm just gonna point this out now.
In the chat,
I'm gonna point this out right now. This is the first episode of the podcast, so yeah, we're probably not gonna do them live. Yeah, they're easier to do when they're live, but like, with the constant of me needing to leave and everyone needs to be muted for some points, it's just like, I feel like this would work as a better non-live series. Do you agree?
yeah.
And
Plus
we'll
it
just
makes
have it to
plan
like
out
the
a bit more.
yeah, and we can have the viewer if like you know, but yeah.
Alright, see you, Darkness.
I'll let
See
you
ya.
know when I'm home with your
Alright, cool.
I want gyms back. Yeah, everyone wants gyms back. I don't know anyone who liked the trial system.
Everyone wants gyms. I think gyms are coming back. Not hands down, it's coming back.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they get rid of the gyms for good. It has to be gyms. Actually, let's talk about that real quick.
What?
If gyms come back, what typings do you think the first gym would be? I think rock. 100%. It's always been rock, and I think the only time it hasn't been rock was Gen 2, which was flying. But what do you think?
Isn't the first gym in Ruby not rock?
it's
Gym
rock.
leaders.
Ruby and Sapphire's rock.
I'm pretty sure Sinnoh didn't have it though.
Sinnoh was rock. Geodude and Cranny does. Rock.
Oh, that's right.
And then,
Okay, but then again, Gen 5 didn't.
5?
Gen 5 didn't because of the.
Yeah, it had fire, grass, or water, so they actually changed.
And then the other one was. And the other one was
then
normal
Gen 6
in the other
bug.
game. Yeah.
So yeah, they've been changing it a lot, so it can't be any type.
Yeah, gotta go to the library. I say we just end it off. Do you agree, Hunter?
What?
We just end off the first episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything left for us to say. Thank you all for watching. I hope that if this one wasn't of the best quality, that you will forgive us and watch the future ones. This was really makeshift. We don't have Rocket around. We had to do this live because we didn't have time to edit and record it and then have it out before the direct tomorrow. That would have literally given us until Rocket gets home to that point. And if it's a 40-minute stream, which it was, then no way we could have done it. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, we will see you guys in the next episode of the podcast. Bye.